These tires are about a year old, and I got a leak. I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from, and I think I just found it. Not sure, but seems like it's coming from right there. See the bubbles? This is just some very diluted Dawn dishwashing liquid. Now I gotta pinpoint it. There it is, right there. Look at that. It's a friggin' screw. I think. I wonder if I can get it out of there. It's gonna be the hard part. Man, I thought that was a rock. Now that I look real close, almost looks like it's got a square. Of course, that could be broken. Who knows? See if I can get it, screw it out of there. An old pair of utility pliers. As a ticket. I don't even know if it's a screw. This is one in the back of my car. That wouldn't be a bad idea to look. Get it up here. Look at that. That was a self-tapping metal screw with a square drive. God knows where that came from. Anyway, little souvenir. These are my air fans. Let's see if my kit's in the back of my car. Here's my workbench. I'll make believe I'm alongside the road. When I bought this car, it came with run flat tires. But I didn't like them. They were hard. They cost twice as much as any normal tire. And one of my son-in-laws, I was working on one of his cars one day, and I realized he didn't have a spare tire. And in the trunk, it came with a little kit. It came with one of these. See this? Plug kit. There's that little rasp I was telling you about. This is for the plug, and that's a little bit of glue. Can you see it? And I put this kit together, and I went and bought myself, had these brand new tires put on here that are not run flat tires. They're just slightly softer than run flats, and they give me a little better ride. Plus they give me more traction too. The other ones were worn out. This car was, I don't know, 5, 6 years old when I bought it. So there's where we're at. Let me get this open and see what I got. Like I say, I've never had a flat tire on this car before. This one wasn't completely flat. They kept telling me I had a low tire. So the other day, oh man, I hope I didn't lose the hole. Oh, there it is. Should have marked it. Okay, see this? I'm going to stick this in that hole and try to get it to go all the way through. It should kind of make that hole the right size. But really don't want to make a new hole. I want to follow the old one. I'm trying to go at the same angle. Sometimes you can just shove it in there, but there we go. Then I'm going to pull it out. if I can. Alright. Now just for fun, I'm going to see if I can push this through there. This is going to have to go in there sooner or later. I'd rather find out now without the plug on the end if I can get it in there or not. Yeah, it's going to be pretty tight, so we'll run that through there again. Try to get it a little bit bigger. It sounds weird, doesn't it? Make a bigger hole in your tire. Well, the plug has to go in there, a double plug. I got a feeling that's got a steel belt in it. I'm getting a little shiny there. Alright. That goes in there fairly well. Okay. I want to push my luck. There's my hole. Alright. While I'm on the subject, my youngest daughter got me this. She knew I was changed over to run flats, and I had this junky old cheap air compressor, and how she knew I don't know, but anyway, she bought me this. Her and her husband got me this. I've used it once or twice for probably inflating little things. I've never really used it on a tire, but it runs on, you can plug it into your car even without an inverter. So all you need is a regular 12-volt outlet. So I'm going to put a little bit of air in the tire and let it kind of self-clean the hole. I know I'm going way I'm way over explaining this, but if you've never done it, it's kind of freaky. I kind of still remember the first time I did this 20, 30 years ago. I was real freaked out about poking something inside of a tire with air in it. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this into my car. How to use this if you never really have to have one. You can actually buy a battery that goes with it. I don't have a battery. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this into my look at that. Yeah. I've got it set at. I'm going to keep an eye on it. So we got air through there. Now for this tool. See this? These come with directions. Okay, I'm making this video after the fact. Some things I forgot to tell you. For one thing, some of these kits come with, this is what's supposed to hold that plug in there while you push it into the tire, right? Well, notice this one's got, I've never seen one quite like this. Whoops, let me get it to focus, get my hand away from it. Come on, focus. Look at the end of it. It's split. This is actually like a little fork. I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe so when you pull it out, it'll get bigger and let it out. But I don't do it like that. I don't do it like the direction says, and I've had really good luck. I push it all the way in until the whole plug, if I can, get the whole plug in the tire, and then pull it back out. That way, when it comes out, let me separate one of these and I'll show you. I'm going to separate this apart here. Now, I didn't bring my tripod over here, but see, they come in a big gob of them, like about 6 strands of this. But every hole isn't that big, and this hole is barely big enough for me to get this thing in there. So I'm never going to get one of those in that hole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get as much in there as I can. So I've cut this down to just 2 strings. That's what I call them. I'll leave this one in the package. Okay, so now I put this in here so you can see what I'm talking about, maybe. I'm not very good at explaining things. So I shoved, remember this is just 2 cords of this, so once it goes through there, it'll actually be 4. See, both sides. Anyway, this will be pulled down like this one is going through the rubber, the tire. So I'll shove that in the hole. But just before I shove it in the hole, right before I shove it in the hole, I'm going to squirt a little bit of this glue that came with the kit right on the tire where the hole is. Maybe even put a little bit on here to kind of lubricate it. And I'm going to shove it through the into the tire all the way. If I can, I'm going to push it all the way down to this handle touches the tread. That way it'll be clear, almost completely inside that tire. Then I'm going to twist it about a half a turn. That's going to help pull this back down in there some more. And then I'm going to very slowly pull this out, or carefully I should say. I don't want to pull it clear out. Boom. Then I got to start over. Pull it out till this bends over like this. It's coming up out of the tire like this. Yeah. And when I get up to the tread, with the tread just below this point, so this point is just out off the tread, I'm going to take a knife or a pair of cutters or anything I've got and cut it off smooth. Side cutters work pretty good. Something like this. And just don't leave a big bunch of it hanging out. The less you have hang out, the less chance of the tire pulling it out of the hole before it gets hard. If you happen to put it on your tire right away or on your car and run with it. So that's about it. My hole here isn't that big. Oh. Oh, baby. Get it out where I can see the edge, so we'll take a knife and cut that.